question is there a way to quantify the amount of nutrition loss in juicing versus smoothies? And I want to get the most nutrition, so what's the best way? Would you like to take that first, Dan?
Sure. You know, when you have the smoothies versus the juices, when you're eating the smoothies, when you're having the juices, you're taking out the poop. See? The smoothies will help you poop, so you'll poop out some fiber, and the juices, you don't have that. See, because
is there nutrition in fiber?
The food that we eat is a stimulant. Okay, you know them water wheels on the old barns back in the day to spin the mill grain? Okay, that's what the human body's like, because the scientists will take you into the laboratory and you will pee and poop out every single bit. The amount you put in your mouth is the same that's going to come out your sweat, your pee, your feces. So wait a minute, where's all the food going? Isn't it building cells with the protein or what? The exact amount comes out that went in. How do we explain that? So what do we see? We see that food is just a stimulant to stimulate that water wheel. So that's why, for me, I see it like this. I see the standard American diet, carnivorism, vegetarian, vegan, raw vegan, then I see the fruitarian, then I see the liquidarian, then I see the breatharian. And the liquidarian, in my opinion, is right below the breatharian, and that's been my experience. I feel like a laser beam, and I get more stuff done and more energy when I'm just on juice. Now, I get skinny as a rail, but I am just on fire. My brain is clear. The energy is incredible. I wake up at 4 in the morning, meditate. So I lean on the side of the juices too, but I'm not going to say I'm right. But I have about 1 smoothie for every 50 juices.
Have you ever tried smoothie fast or anything like that?
I've never tried it. It's not my destiny. I'm always going for that liquid because I've got a specific goal in mind, and I'm always training the body to prepare itself for the water fasting. So I've been working on this for many years now. When you're done detoxing, you'll know. When you see a light around my head and total peace and contentment and the peace that passes understanding, then I will say I'm done detoxing. Until then, it has nothing to do with my body. The heart is clear and filled with love. The mind now wants to be regenerated. It's just a process. The mind happened to go like this. Now I'm working here, and so I'm using those juices to prepare the body for the water fasting so that everything that's unconscious, as you lay there in the desert on the water or out in the wilderness, and all your stuff comes up to be looked at and released, all the fears, all the blocks, and you release those attachments so you can get free within yourself. That's what detox is for me. It's not about the cells in the body. It's about the mind. The mind is where we gain the crown. Cleaning the body out and getting that thing going like a clockwork is easy. Quit killing yourself. Junk crap sticks there. So that's easy. But once you get on those juices, you get that energy flowing. You get that awareness, laser beam awareness, where you can't run from yourself anymore. It's running from yourself that keeps you from getting that enlightenment, you know? And so we really want to learn how to be 100% king of ourselves. So that's why I love the juice.
All right, so I'm going to have a little bit more pragmatic answer than Dan there. We're just different people, it's all good. So there's some people in the raw foods movement that says blending destroys 90% of the nutrition. And you may have heard that now. Does it destroy 90% or 20%? Or, I mean, I don't know. What I could tell you is this, from just a logical perspective. When you blend something and it's in a Vitamix running at 37,000 RPM, it has that vortex pulling the stuff in. That vortex is continually adding air. When it continually adds air, it continually adds oxygen. When it continually adds oxygen, it causes oxidation to the nutrients that are in there, so it definitely lowers the nutrients. So if you blend it for 2 seconds, it's a lot less damage than blending it for 30 seconds or minutes. That being said, with juicing, you know, the juicers I like to promote are the slow juicers. The one that I use the most runs at like 80 RPMs. Or actually, the new one actually runs at 47 RPMs. So that's multitudes slower. So if you really want to preserve the nutrition, I think juicing is definitely a smarter way to go. But that's not to mean we don't need to eat fiber. You know, I will juice, I will make smoothies, I'll also eat big salads at night to get the fiber. And I'm kind of with Dan on that. You know, I think overall juicing's like probably a bit more valuable. And juicing the right things as well. Like I tend to juice the leafy greens especially because we can't really, unless we chew every mouthful into a mush, you know, we can't get the optimal digestion. And that overall, if you want to know what's the best way to absorb your food, no juicer, no blender, use your teeth, chew it into a mush like we give babies baby food. It's a mush because they don't have teeth. It's broken down. I mean, a lot of baby food's cooked, and I don't recommend that either. But we want to make our foods a mush so we get optimal digestion. It's much easier to make fruits into a mush than the leafy greens. So I tend to eat my fruits or blend my fruits, and yeah, I'll maybe blend some greens in with my fruits sometimes, and juice my leafy greens and the vegetables to get the nutrition out of them. So that's pretty much my answer.
So we're both juicers.
Yeah, man, overall.
I'm with both of you guys. I'm the exact
Love
same.
the juice. It's just like instant blood transfusion.
But of course, you know, I mean, it's just like, what's better, a Coke or a green smoothie you blended for 2 minutes? I mean, it's always good, better, best. Do the best you can, and if you're gonna drink a smoothie instead of that tea, coffee, or whatever at work, way better.
I think that we did a good job.
All right.
This one makes a good video. Practical John. Practical. And airy fairy Mr. Woo Woo himself, which inspires your spirit, so we just move right through those resistance in your brain, right into your heart, baby. So with that there, you can become an expert in juicing, smoothies, raw food nutrition. Thank you, John Kohler. Thank you, Dan MacDonald. Thank you, YouTube viewer. Go check out John at Okraw, is his YouTube channel. Mine is The LifeRegenrator, which you're at right now. So subscribe to those. Share this video on your Facebook and make sure you give it a thumbs up. Thanks everybody for coming today.
Thank you.
Totally impromptu.